We are saved to serve, not saved to sit. We are saved by His grace to serve, not saved to sit. Are you sitting or are you serving? So good. My weekly lessons learned. These are lessons I learned last week and I want to share with you today. Lesson number 1. We are saved to serve, not saved to sit. Are you sitting or are you serving? That's a question and a statement. Lesson number 2. Adults are responsible for their own reactions and responses. A lot of times we are pre-apologizing for the things that we say and do that may trigger other people. And it's not that we're trying to trigger them. We're just simply stating our opinion or stating what we're experiencing or stating something that, that resonated with us. And sometimes those things can be triggering for other people. We're not responsible for their triggers. Okay. Adults are responsible for their own reactions and responses. Lesson number 3. The truth doesn't need defending. The truth doesn't. Now, lie, you got to defend a lie. You got to create more lies to cover that lie. But when you tell the truth does not need defending. Okay. Lesson number 4. We must communicate the hard things sooner than later. We must communicate the hard things sooner than later. I know when it comes to having the hard conversations, they're so uncomfortable. Nevertheless, they're so necessary because when you don't have those hard conversations, things just build up and build up and build up and build up until one day you have this huge outburst. I know because I did it. I ain't telling you about nothing I think. I'm telling you my experience. We have to have those, and I know how to have the hard conversation. We have to be able to have those difficult conversations, so it doesn't escalate to something bigger than what it could potentially not be, right? Because if we talk about that thing, if we address the elephant in the room, right, before it becomes an elephant, then we're able to move differently. We'll be able to come up with different solutions, right? A lot of times we have these things that are going on in our head that we are experiencing, and we don't want to maybe we don't know how to articulate them. So we let things build up and build up and build up until it's just big outbursts. So for me, my biggest lesson this year thus far is having those hard conversations sooner than later. Like if I see something or something is not, if I feel like I need to address something, I got to address it sooner than later. Don't prolong it. Don't avoid it. Don't do those things because it causes resentment, right? That's kind of what was setting in with me. It was resentment. It was like fatigue in doing repetitive stuff over and over again. Like I got to the point where, like I don't want to do this no more. Like I don't. It is just. And I should have said something sooner than later. Because sometimes we feel like this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. So I got to do it, right? Nevertheless, there's if you have a conversation, you don't know that there could be so many more options, but you don't know because you don't ask. And as soon as you open your mouth to have that conversation, so many doors can open, right? I'm learning that the backside of it, right? There's so many doors that are now opening with so much potential. You don't have to stay stuck in doing something that you don't want to do. You don't have to stay stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in. You don't have to stay stuck in dealing with things that you don't want to continue to do. So I'm reminded that I want to make sure that it is in alignment with my core values, right? So I call it the F7, and the F7 is family, fun, friends, finances, spirituality, and I forgot my other one. So those are my core values. So anything that's not in alignment with my core values, somebody come asking me to do, it's going to be a no for me. And faculty is the other one. So that's business, right? So anything that's not in alignment with that, because a lot of times we're saying yes to people we should be saying no to, right? But when you don't know, your answer is always yes. And if your answer is always yes to everybody, then you're probably 9 times out of 10, you're saying no to you in some area, if not all areas of your life. So that is what I'm reminded of, and making sure that it's in alignment with my assignment and my core values. Last but not least, thriving. Thriving requires partnership. Thriving requires partnering with the right partners. So when it comes to thriving, sometimes I have a tendency to think that I have to do it by myself. So when it comes to thriving, I just want you to know you don't do it by yourself, right? It takes other people to partnership with. So that's thriving requires partnering with the right partners. Thriving requires partnership. Thriving requires planning. Thriving requires pruning, because there's some things that you have to release, right, in order to elevate. There's so many things that I had to stop doing. There's so many things I had to start doing. There's a lot of planning that needed to be done. And all of those things are required for thriving. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive. Okay? Doing the best I can in the season I'm in with the information and the tools I had at the time. That's one of the definitions for thrive. It's another one too that I like. I got to look it up. But nevertheless, I just wanted to share these lessons with you this morning and let you know that, hopefully these lessons don't turn into lessons for you. Okay, these are my lessons, and oh my goodness, I'm just so grateful to learn and to grow and to teach what I'm learning and to teach what I'm learning. That for me is fulfillment, right? That's one of the things for me that fulfills me, is just sharing what I'm learning, and as I teach it, I learn it. So I'll go back over the list. Adults are responsible for their own reactions and responses. The truth doesn't need defending. We must communicate the hard things sooner than later. And we are saved to serve, not saved to sit. We're saved. You open your mouth, right? Putting in the work, helping somebody else. You start doing that, my goodness, the doors will open. We're here. We're saved to serve, not saved to sit. Are you sitting or are you serving? And last but not least, thriving requires partnering with the right partners. And I pray for kingdom partnerships. I don't just want friends, just to have friends, right? Because I don't got that kind of time. I don't got that kind of time to be hanging out with you, doing stuff with you. Like I don't. I am working on so many different things. So I want people I can partner with, right? So we can accomplish our goals and our purpose, right? And our vision. And not just our vision, the vision that God has for us. Because He, just like I said, phrase of the day this morning, if you didn't catch it, vision reveals what you've been created for. Vision reveals what you've been created for. And He backs His vision. You don't back your vision. He backs His vision for you. He has a vision for you. Before you were formed in the womb, He created you with a plan, with a purpose, with a vision. And vision reveals what you've been created for. So that's all I have. I wanted to share with y'all this morning, my weekly lessons. I hope you have an amazing week. I can't wait to come back and tell you my lessons I learned this week, and hopefully they're new lessons. I don't like to keep repeating the same lessons. I don't know about y'all. I want to continue to have new problems, not the same old problems. I want to continue to have new lessons, not the same lessons. So that is all I have. I hope you have an amazing week and stay in peace. Until next time. Later.